Welcome back to the channel. I'm Kevin, and I'm obsessed with Dave the Diver. I beat the main story about a week ago, and this is easily one of my favorite games of all time. Last month, I made a Dave fridge magnet, which pretty quickly became a tree ornament because I didn't use a strong enough magnet, and today I wanted to expand my collection to include Cobra and Bancho. This seemed like a great project for the holidays, but it's also a good way to try out my new 3D printer. Now, before we get into any of that, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. I am halfway through printing a full-size Dave the Diver harpoon gun, so if you're interested in this project, you're definitely going to want to be notified for that one. With that out of the way, let's dive in. So this time we're jumping right into Blender. I did start by making a reference, but somehow lost that footage. Honestly, you're not missing much. All I did was grab images from the Dave the Diver wiki and trace over them in GIMP. In Blender, I'm using planes to trace over the different pieces, then applying a subdivision surface modifier to smooth it out before extruding it to add some depth. I was a little bit fancy with the edges of Cobra's glasses, but otherwise, it's that simple. I didn't realize until I was doing the painting that I missed the soul patch detail on Bancho's beard. I rounded over a number of other details as I transitioned from the pixel art to a smoother style, so I think this is fine. Last month, I printed the project in multiple pieces, and then finished everything before attaching it together. This time, I didn't have to bother, because I got a bamboo P1P over Black Friday. That's right, after several years of working with something I built from a kit, and using it to post monthly YouTube videos for 3 years, I finally decided to upgrade. I have a lot of love for my original printer, which was a gift from my grandmother and something I assembled with my dad, but this one is clearly superior. This printed so fast. If you listen to the original audio, you can actually hear me giggling with delight at how well this worked right out of the box. The only issue I had was that the table was shaking so badly that some of the accessories went flying off. For next month, I'm gonna need a more stable setup. This is normally where I talk about all the time and effort that goes into sanding and finishing my prints. It seems like about half the time, this also includes me breaking something and having to glue it back together. The crazy thing is, in this case, I only did about 90 seconds of sanding because the print quality was that good. I really regret not getting a new printer sooner because it probably could have saved me dozens of hours over the last few years. I sprayed these with some primer and then started painting. There were just a few colors, so this went pretty quickly. At the end, I went back and did touch-ups. This is one of the reasons that, whenever possible, I try to get the exact paint color I need. I was able to match the colors perfectly without having to attempt to mix anything up, which I'm never able to do well, or being forced to repaint everything so it's all consistent. I wrapped this up by painting the final details on Bancho, and then I was done. I finished this off with a blast of spray on matte sealer. I do this on all my projects because it gives a really nice finish. It costs me maybe a couple of cents per print, takes 5 minutes, and really elevates the results. And just like that, my Cobra and Bancho Christmas ornaments / magnets were done. Cobra's tan definitely came out too yellow, but otherwise, I think these look great. I'll post all the files on Thingiverse if you want to make your own. Just look for a link in the video description. I think this was a fantastic way to close out the year and christen my new printer. This should open a lot of doors for me and allow me to tackle more ambitious projects on the channel. If you enjoy these magnet / ornament projects and want to see more content like this, then go ahead and give the video a like. If you have suggestions for what I should work on next, then leave me a comment down below. For now, I hope you all have a great start to the new year, and I'll see you again in 2024.